The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Florida Gators and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the Seminoles head coach pregame, he understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Noles ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From deep, it's Abrams. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Jones wants to throw it. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Oh, you want to talk about catch radius, the big soft hands, it's like throwing it into a giant pillow.
And it's so nice for the quarterback, Reese, to know he doesn't have to put that right on his face mask. He's got an athletic tight end with crazy eye-hand coordination that can make plays like that.
Left side is Pryor. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy, so this game always means a lot.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got his man. Taken down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throws it off the RPO. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable. I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff for Ball. He'll be dragged to the ground, but but it'll be a first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Jones to throw. Short pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. In the red area, it's Pryor. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Daniels. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And you wondered in this second half, man, were they going to play with more emotion? They're the better team. They looked like they were dragging a little bit. They weren't playing as good as we're accustomed to seeing. But what happens, man? The underdog here in the second half, setting the tone again, getting to the quarterback again, making life hard for this offense.
3rd and long coming up. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down to the air. Throws for the tight end. Out wide left, it's Riles. Makes the tackle.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. And as he throws, intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Snowed under by the defense.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The fake and wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Jones wants to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's still running after the move. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Long way to go on second down. Sets his feet. It's Daniels. Going for it all. Pass is knocked away, incomplete, and how good is it to have a linebacker who can cover that much ground?
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point in the game.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unleashes it. Out wide right, it's ball. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll give it to Ball. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
What a lucky.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll need a bunch on second down. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And this offense has really showed me something today, man. They've already put some drives together and made some explosive plays, and now just executing on third down. They've shown you a little bit of everything, and this offense is looking like it's the real deal.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Hits inside. It's ball. At the 20, he's got space. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Going to the run. It's ball. Got a little grass. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gators! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. In traffic, it's Robinson. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Going to throw it deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that pulled Gator ahead, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Fellows, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 5 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Volunteers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
Back to pass, it's Daniels.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and Just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Lopez. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Back to pass on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not work.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Caught behind the line. It's Wilson.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Straight ahead, it's Pryor. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off. He's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Jones wants to throw it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive.
And it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Moving out to the right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Boggs. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches.
Makes the catch, and he's free. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And you got to imagine at halftime that there were some words being thrown around. Obviously, guys, we can't throw around those words in the booth right here. But coming out in this second half, like no points in the first half and putting a drive together, that's what this offense needed. A lot more energy, a lot more emotion.
Here comes the heat. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Seminoles.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tells the run, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. With the catch, it's Singleton. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Ball again. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Jones to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Running inside, it's Montgomery. Stopped right there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
2nd down, going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the Gators have chomped down, and they've put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the 2nd half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take... Snags it, and he's open. He's at the 50. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. The run inside. It's Croma. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
The The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Turns it upfield. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To the air, it's Daniels. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Just keep slinging it. Left side is Lopez. Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the return, it's Abrams. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Ball back, and here comes the offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to it. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here's a get the ball. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Finds his man on the RPO. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Could not make his way to the corner. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. They're all over it. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. This offense has it with really good field position. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Under pressure. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Changing the routes with his receivers. And back to the air on 2nd down. Extending the play. Unloads to the right. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.